Hello, my fellow football fanatics. Welcome back to another episode of Stirring the Pot, where we read the stats and make the picks and stir the pot. We're going to go through the matchups this week. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, first game, guys. Thursday night, we got the Raiders and the Rams. All right, the Raiders are favored in this one by 6.5 points. The Raiders are 5-7. The Rams are 3-9. Last week, the Raiders beat the Chargers. Last week, the Rams lost to Seattle. All right, we got Derek Carr of the Raiders going up against the number 22 pass defense of the Rams. Derek Carr's over under is at 249.5. That's a pretty high number for me, guys. I know Derek Carr's been actually kind of hot as of lately, and the Rams are not very organized, and they're got the number 22 pass D. So I would take the under on that. I'm not a believer in Derek Carr. Um, all right, and then the Rams got Baker Mayfield possibly starting for them. They picked him up off the waiver wires, so we'll see. I mean, he's only going to have been there for 2 days, so he might start. Who knows? And he's going up against the number 30 pass D of the Raiders. Uh, I don't know, guys. I hate to say it, but I might have to pick the Raiders on this one. I don't know about the points, but the Rams are not doing very good this year, so I don't see them pulling off a W here. Anyways, next game, Jets, Bills. All right, we got the Bills favored by 9.5 on this one. The Jets are 7-5. The Bills are 9-3. Last week, the Jets lost to Minnesota in a real close game that a lot of people watched. It came down to the last play of the game, dang near. So, the Jets were in it. Last week, the Bills beat New England. The Jets got old Mike White going up against the number 17 pass defense of the Bills. And the Bills got Josh Allen going up against the number 6 pass defense of the Jets. Got the Bills favored by 9.5. I am going to take the Bills to win this one, but I don't know about the points. This game could come. The Jets could hang in this game. They got a good defense, but the only question is that Jets offense going to be able to keep up with the Bills, which I doubt that. So I'm taking the Bills, but I ain't taking the points. All right, next game, Eagles and Giants. We got the Eagles favored by 7 in this one. The Eagles are 11-1. The Giants are 7-4-1. Last week the Eagles beat Tennessee, and last week the Giants tied Washington. The Eagles got Jalen Hurts going up against the number 18 pass defense of the Giants. And the Giants got Daniel Jones going up against the number 1 pass defense of the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles to win this one, and I'm going to take the points too. I don't think the Giants can keep up, and I don't think Daniel Jones is ready for this number 1 pass defense of the Eagles. And I think Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown continue their magic against the number 18 pass D of the Giants. Next game, Vikings and Lions. All right. The Vikings are 10-2, guys, and the Lions are 5-7. This is an interesting game. They got the Lions favored by 2.5, which the Lions are coming off a win over Jacksonville last week. They beat Jacksonville 14-40. So the Lions finally had that breakout. Jacksonville had. Here we go with the Jacksonville saga. Everyone thought they were going to be good. They're not good. They finally got one win against, they beat Baltimore in the 2-point conversion, and then they get smoked by the Lions. So is this the coming out party for Jared Goff and the Lions? Because the Vikings beat the Jets last week, like we just talked about in that down to the wire game. But the Vikings are 10-2. The Vikings got Kirk Cousins going up against the number 27 pass D of the Lions, and the Lions got Goff going against the number 32 pass D of the Vikings. So maybe that's where they're thinking, you know, the Lions are going to be able to outscore the Vikings on this one. I don't know, guys. The Vikings are 10-2 and the Lions are the Lions. Are we really riding with the Lions on this one? I mean, I don't know. I've been picking the Lions, to win a few games here and there this year because we all know they're a little bit better than your typical Lions, but their record is 5-7. So are they really? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I'm going to take the Vikings on this one in an upset alert, which I think the Vikings. If you're a Vikings fan, you'd probably be very, very angry that you got Detroit favored to beat you. So Vikings got something to prove on this one. I think people are, a lot of people don't have that confidence in Kirk Cousins and the Vikings, and it's showing in the points here. So I'm taking the Vikings to win, guys. Next game, Browns and Bengals. All right, they got the Bengals favored by 6 points in this one. The Browns are 5-7. The Bengals are 8-4. The Browns beat Houston last week in Deshaun Watson's debut as a Cleveland Brown. He struggled, but not as much as I thought he was going to. I thought Houston was going to band together and hold down that offense, but they ended up pulling it out. It wasn't spectacular, but we didn't really expect that from Watson. We got Watson, like I said, he's going up against the number 16 pass D of the Bengals. The Bengals last week, they beat Kansas City. We all know that was a heartbreaker. But we got Burrow for the Bengals going up against the number 15 pass D of the Browns. So, this we got two middle of the road defenses here. I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game, but I don't think Deshaun Watson is completely comfortable in the Browns yet. So I'm taking the Bengals to win this one. And 6 points is kind of a lot, but I'm taking the points too, guys. All right, next game we got the Texans and the Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 16.5 on this one. I kind of chuckled when I read that. I was like, wow, look at the Cowboys favored by 16.5. And here I thought they were choke artists. Look at them actually succeeding at something. The Texans are 1-10-1. The Cowboys are 9-3. Watch out for the Cowboys, guys. Last week the Cowboys beat Indianapolis, excuse me, the Colts, which that game, the Colts were in it until I think the fourth quarter, late third quarter. It was like 19-21 or something, and then the Cowboys went off in the fourth quarter and scored 30 more points. All right, the Texans got Mills, which they're going back to Mills from what I see because I guess because they started their third stringer the last 2 weeks. Now they're going back to Mills, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, the Cowboys got the number 2 pass D, so whoever's throwing the ball for the Texans is going to struggle. And Cowboys got old Dak back there slinging that thing, and he's going up against the number 13 pass defense of the Texans. So, you know what I'm thinking in this one, guys? I'm thinking the Cowboys are going to win 16.5. I mean, I doubt it, but I mean, you never know. They're going up against the Texans, and the Texans are not good, so they might be able to do it. Who knows? All right, next game we got the Jaguars and the Titans. The Titans are favored by 4 in this one. The Jaguars are 4-8, and the Titans are 7-5. Last week the Jaguars lost to Detroit, like we already talked about. The Titans lost to Philly. All right, so Jaguars got old Trevor Lawrence going up against the number 31 pass D of the Titans. Titans got Tannehill going up against the number 29 pass D of the Jaguars. This game, I don't know. I think it might be able to go either way because the Titans are looking a little lost, which I think they're the better team. I'm picking the Titans to win it. But the Jaguars, here's their opportunity to show themselves, even though they just got spanked by Detroit last week. So, yeah, I'm taking the Titans and I'm taking the points. All right, next game, Ravens and Steelers. The Ravens are 8-4 and the Steelers are 5-7. But old Lamar Jackson went down with a knee injury last week, so he's going to be out for a few weeks. And they got Tyler Huntley replacing him. The Steelers are favored by 2.5 points. Last week, the Steelers beat Atlanta. All right. The Steelers got the number 28 pass D. The Ravens got the number 25 pass D. So the question is, can Kenny Pickett beat Tyler Huntley? I guess Pickett's an up and comer, and Huntley has backed up Jackson before. So we'll see two relatively inexperienced quarterbacks going up against two lower level, two kind of into the line defenses here. So we'll see. To me, this game is a divisional game. It's going to come down to the wire. I am going to go with the Steelers, and I'll take the points. 2.5 ain't very many. I mean, if they're going to win by anything, they're going to win by 3, right? Anyways, next game, Chiefs and Broncos. The Chiefs are 9-3. The Broncos are 3-9. The Chiefs are favored by 9 in this one. Last week, the Chiefs lost to Cincinnati. Last week, the Broncos lost to Baltimore. You know, the Broncos, they only average like 10 points a game or something this year. They are struggling offensively. But the Chiefs only have the number 23 pass defense. Chiefs got Mahomes going up against the number 3 pass defense of the Denver Broncos. So to me, the Chiefs are going to win this game, and the Chiefs got something to prove after that loss to Cincinnati. So these boys better step up. And you know what the Chiefs need to do this year? That even though we're really high scoring offense, I'm not sure the rank, but we're like 1 or 2 or whatever in scoring. But you know what I want to see? I want to see these Chiefs go out and put up 40 points. I mean, they need to prove that we're elite offensively, which that's something we struggled last week doing. The Broncos whole franchise is freaking out right now. They're struggling. They're 3-9. People are talking about moving on from Russell Wilson in the offseason. Like, I don't know. If Will's, it's a divisional game, so we know they're going to be played tight. But I'm taking the Chiefs to spank these boys. So next game, Panthers, Seahawks. Panthers are 4-8. Seahawks 7-5. They got the Seahawks favored by 4 in this one. Last week the Panthers was on a bye. Last week the Seahawks beat the Rams. The Panthers got Sam Darnold throwing the ball after they traded Baker Mayfield, and now Sam Darnold is the new starter as of 2 weeks ago instead of PJ Walker. Okay, anyways, he's going up against the number 20 pass defense of the Seahawks, and old Geno Smith going up against the number 14 pass defense of the Panthers. I'm taking the Seahawks to win this one, and I'm taking the points. I think the Seahawks are actually a pretty good team. And the Panthers are 4-8. So, you are what your record says you are. So here we are. I'm taking the Seahawks and the points. Next game, guys, we got the Bucks and the Niners. The Bucks are 6-6, Niners 8-4. They got the Niners favored by 3 in this one. Last week, the Bucks beat the Saints. Man, Tom Brady showed a little Tom Brady magic left in that old arm of his. He almost lost to the Saints. He was losing the whole game, and then he marched down the field in the fourth quarter and won the game, like Tom Brady of old. And the Niners beat Miami last week. That was a crazy game. I thought Miami was going to do a little better than that, but Niners even lost Jimmy G, and old Brock Purdy come in and carried them to victory. So Brock Purdy, he's going up against the Bucks, number 7 pass D, and Brady going up against the number 12 pass D of the Niners. The Niners got the number 1 defense in every other category. They're 12 in pass D, but they're a legit D. So we'll see here. But the Bucks are a legit defense too. So we'll see if Brock Purdy. To me, Tom Brady, he's 6-6. He's struggling. He's not favored in this game. I don't know. This game could be close. I hate to say it, like I'm not rooting for Tom Brady by no means, but I think that when he showed that little bit of magic last week, that he may think that he has something left to prove, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't think Tom Brady can overcome this Niners defense. I think this game comes down to the wire. See if Tom Brady has, Tom Brady can put together a fourth quarter drive against the Saints, but can he do it against the Niners? That's the question. I'm going to take the Niners to win this game. I don't know about the 3 points. It's going to be a close one. All right. We got Sunday night. We got the Dolphins against the Chargers. The Dolphins are 8-4, and the Chargers are 6-6. They got the Dolphins favored by 3 in this one. Last week, the Dolphins lost to the Niners. Last week, the Chargers lost to the Las Vegas Raiders. The Dolphins got Tua throwing the ball against the number 19 pass defense of the Chargers, and the Chargers got Herbert throwing the ball against the number 21 pass defense of the Dolphins. Pretty evenly matched pass defenses. We'll see if Herbert can have a good enough game and outperform Tua. I don't know. Tua and his offense has been very explosive this year, and we'll see. I'm taking the Dolphins to win this one, and I'm taking the points. The Chargers, I thought they were going to be better this year. They're only 6-6. So we'll see if they can put it together in a Sunday night matchup against the Miami Dolphins. All right, Monday night, we got Patriots against the Cardinals. Patriots are 6-6. The Cardinals are 4-8. They got the Patriots favored by 2.5 on this one. All right, last week the Patriots lost to Buffalo. Last week the Cardinals was on a bye. We got old Mac Jones going up against the number 24 pass defense of the Cardinals, and Kyler Murray going up against the number 9 pass defense of the Patriots. Look at old Bill Belichick still maintaining that top 10 defense. Kyler Murray, he was out for a little bit with a hamstring, but he's back. So the Patriots, Mac Jones, we'll see. Mac Jones I don't know about Mac Jones. I know a lot of, I guess people in New England believe in him, but I'm still waiting for him to have that. He's like that middle of the road quarterback. I guess he's not going to mess it up for you, but he don't have no flair. So we'll see if he can beat the Cardinals, which I'm taking the Patriots to win. I'm taking the points. The Cardinals have fallen way off. They were a good team, the last couple of years, but look at them now at 4-8. So I know they're coming off a bye, but I look for the Patriots defense to maintain doing what they're doing and staying good, and Jones to just do enough to keep them in the W column. So we'll see here. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching another episode of Stirring the Pot. All right. You guys have a good night. Adios, my fellow football fanatics.